first of all, congratulations. I thought you did a spectacular job in this. And I wanted to ask, Carlotta is just such a phenomenally fun character to play. How much fun did you have being able to just create her?
Oh, it was good. It was good to just be able to act badly with impunity, It was fun. It was great.
Where did this inner diva come from within you?
Oh, lots of badly behaved young people that I know and have seen. Some Maria Callas and just beautiful Italian women I've hung out with in Italy in my life,
Were you a big fan of The Phantom, having obviously, grown up in London, and it was such a big show there?
I didn't actually grow up in London.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I grew up in the Caribbean, where we didn't have any musical theatre, and then I was sent to boarding school in the middle of nowhere in England, so we didn't have any there either.
Okay.
But, I was still very much aware of the music. I've never actually seen the show, but I haven't really seen any. I think I saw Cats when I was about 7. But I can appreciate its far-reaching effect and how profoundly loved it is, around the world.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yes.
What do you think the appeal of the story is? Why 70 million people have seen the stage show, and 70 gazillion people will see the film. What do you think the appeal is of it?
I think it's romance and love, sexual obsession, romantic love, a young, beautiful girl caught in between the two of us. It's feeling like it's got something for everybody.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Very beautiful music. I think it's very intoxicating.
Mm-hmm. Now, one of the stipulations that Andrew Lloyd Webber had was all of his actors had to sing, which, of course, we all know you have an amazing voice. But in this movie, you didn't get to sing. So explain that a little bit for us.
Just really the difference between singing and opera singing. It's not the same thing at all. And opera singing requires a facility or a training that I simply haven't had. I've been vocally trained, but not as an opera singer.
So did you audition for Andrew Lloyd Webber, and did you?
No.
Oh, so you didn't have to. So you were the only one who didn't have to sing for him.
No. Joel just called me up and asked me to do it. So I was pretty lucky.
Very lucky.
Yeah.
But also now he did write a new song for the film, which you do get to sing. So and it got nominated for a Golden Globe this morning.
Yeah.
So congratulations for that.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
How amazing is that to have Andrew Lloyd Webber write a new song and you get to sing it?
Yeah, it was really amazing that he asked me to do that, because he could have asked anyone, and the fact that he asked me is a great honor, and I'm so happy to be part of the soundtrack.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's a lovely song. You do a great job on it. One of the great things about Carlotta are her wigs and her costumes. So let's talk a little bit about that, because I don't know how you walked around stage with that giant white wig on your head and the big, it was just amazing. What was it like getting into those things?
It was hard. It was very hard. It required an enormous amount of energy and sustained energy, which is hard when you can't eat because of the corsets. It was a marathon. It was very challenging.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to, take it off, or do you always have to just wear that all day long because you just never know when you're going to be called?
I had to wear it a lot. We could get the wig off easier than we could get the dress off. So that could come off. That maybe came off twice in the day. Mm-hmm. It was gnarly. Yeah. It was heavy. It really was. It was a heavy wig.
So you didn't get to keep it? Or you didn't want to keep it?
I don't want to burn it. I don't want to keep it. Are you kidding?
No, not for Halloween next year. You never know, right?
No.
Now, when you walked onto set and you saw these spectacular sets, what was your reaction to that?
That if Tony Pratt doesn't win an Academy Award, there's just no justice in the world. It was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. Truthfully, astonishing. Every time I walked on, it brings tears to my eyes, because he's just such a genius. I do think Alex Byrne, Jenny Sherkle, and Tony Pratt are the great unsung heroes of this movie. The design of this film is exceptional and exquisite, and it would not have the profound effect that it does without them. And we do focus a lot on the actors, which is good and everything, but it's not the whole story. And I really, really hope that people will remember. You can just look at this.
Yeah, it is spectacular.
Built from scratch. That entire thing built from scratch.
Yeah, and also that open when you walk in and you see the lobby as well.
And the foyer, the lair, it's just exceptional. All the galleries with because in the 1870s, about 780 people lived in the Paris Opera. Mm. So you actually see these insane sort of levels that they lived in. The gypsies lived in one area, and all the people who built all the plaster, did all the plaster work, the people, the carpenters, the electric,
Yeah, it's amazing. It really is. I think Joel Schumacher is one of the best directors we have. And
I agree. I think he's varied and brilliant in his talent, as diverse a director as there is, an extraordinary raconteur, and a good friend. He's a good person.
Why was he the perfect man for this job, in your opinion?
Because he has infinitely exquisite taste, which with something as overblown as this, if you have poor taste, it would have been an absolute rollicking disaster. It just wouldn't have had the impact that it did. It's over the top, but it's exquisitely over the top.
Yeah. Oh, it's perfect. I mean, yeah, he's absolutely was the greatest guy for this.
Yeah.
The accent, I wanted to ask you a bit about that. You really pulled off that amazing Italian accent. Was that difficult for you?
Well, you know, I do a lot of accents in my life. I mean, it's something I love to do. It's really a kind of hobby of mine. So it's always fun. Any opportunity I have to do an accent, I will do one.
Yeah.
They're hilarious and they're great, and they really go a long way towards creating a character for me. They just take it away from being Minnie Driver and bring you into the realm of somebody else.
And a lot of ad-libbing, I'm sure, too, for that role.
Yeah, most of it was ad-libbed.
So good for you. Because, I just think you're hysterical in Will and Grace, and I hope we're going to see you back on that show, by the way. But your comedic talent is amazing. Are you going to try to sway more into the comedy, you think? Or you don't know?
You're really always at the mercy of the stuff that you're offered, so definitely I hope to. I hope that people would give me a chance to do that. If people don't know, and sometimes Hollywood can be a little bit box-like in their notion of what someone's abilities are. And maybe I'll get a few more comedic roles.
I think you should. I just also want to congratulate you on your new CD. It's really awesome. And how are you feeling about, going out on tour? And this is another aspect of your amazing career.
I love it. I love it to pieces. It genuinely, it's been one of the most amazing times of my life, like promoting this record and like having made it, and we made it in a garage, and we've taken it all the way to playing the 3,500 people opening for REM in London. Like that, you can't imagine how amazing that is.
Yeah. Keep it up. You're just doing great, and get ready to sing that song at the Oscars, my dear, because you are going to be there.
Holy cow! Holy cow!
Congratulations.
Thanks.